FreeCAD 1.1 has now been released, and it fixes a lot of small frustrations in everyday workflows, while adding some generally powerful new tools. And the best part, you can install it right now without breaking your previous version. FreeCAD now uses versioned user configuration folders so everything stays separate. So let's take a quick look at what's new. Starting with the overall experience, things already feel much more easier to work with. The start page is now much more flexible. You can add your own folders, hide sections you don't use, and even see thumbnails of common 3D formats like STEP, STL, and 3MF. That alone makes it much easier to find and recognize your files at a glance. In the 3D view, there are new 3-point lighting options, which makes models much clearer, especially when you're working on more complex parts. Navigation has been improved, with more navigation types and orbit styles to choose from. And one small but very impactful addition is the new setting search. Instead of digging through menus in the preferences, you can now just type what you're looking for and jump straight to that setting that you need. When it comes to workflow, this is where things start to make a real difference. Attachment mode is much clearer. You can now actually see the sketch plane and coordinate system sitting exactly where the sketch origin is, so you're not guessing orientation anymore. That alone removes a lot of trial and error. A nice improvement is the new Clarify Selection tool. If you ever struggle to pick a face or edge hidden inside or behind a model, you'll appreciate this. Just one long left click and a menu will pop up, and the model becomes transparent as you choose exactly what you need from the list. Another nice addition is that the dimensions now appear in the status bar as you select the geometry. It's a small change but incredibly useful when you just need to measure something quickly, like selecting two vertices to check the clearance between two bodies in a multi-body model or assembly. You also now get transparent previews and 3D drag handles when running part design operations, which makes editing features feel more interactive, something you may have experienced in some commercial CAD packages. On that note, you can now create multiple operations from a single sketch, using the Make Internals option. This gives you the option to drive more of your modeling from one place, and was implemented with the master sketch workflow in mind. Datum tools are now part of the standard workflow, so you can use coordinate systems, datum planes, lines, and points across different workbenches, including the assembly workbench. The sketch has also had some really nice upgrades. Selecting constraints is now much more intuitive. You can click the dimensioning line itself, not just the label, and also highlighting the panel list automatically. Dimension lines no longer sit on top of your geometry, which makes sketches much easier to read. And the axis is now infinite, instead of being visually cut off. You can also drag multiple elements at once, and use the Ctrl-A shortcut to select everything. External geometry is now far more powerful. You can import it in and decide whether it behaves like real geometry or just a reference. You can project edges directly into your sketch and then use them immediately, and it works with offsets, arrays, and transformations just like the normal sketch elements. You can even select faces directly now, which speeds things up a lot. There is also a new external projection and intersection tool to support this. And that's still just a small selection of what's new. There are improvements across part design, BIM, draft, assembly, and more, including a major overhaul of the transform tool. I already have a number of videos that explore these features further. These were filmed on the dev builds and the release candidates. I've created a playlist for easy access. I'll leave this on screen now and in the description of my video. A big thank you to all the developers, contributors, and the community behind FreeCAD. The project just keeps improving, and 1.1 really shows how far it's come.